As you're standing here, looking through the glass at these small, ancient metal discs, it's easy to just see them as, well, old money. But they are so much more than that. Each one is basically a time capsule, a piece of history just packed with incredible stories. Let's decode one together, shall we?
I mean it. Take a closer look at one of them. What if it could actually tell you about the world it came from? About the emperor who made it, all the hands it passed through, the empire it helped build? Well, the thing is, it can. You just have to know how to listen. So, we're diving into the reign of Emperor Kumaragupta I, which was way back around the 5th century CE. Now, this was the absolute peak of the Gupta Empire. We're talking a golden age of peace, stability, and just unbelievable artistic achievement. And Kumaragupta, he used the coins of his kingdom as his own personal canvas to show it all off. 14. Let that number sink in for a second. That's how many different types of gold coins Kumaragupta issued. This wasn't just about making money. It was a total explosion of creativity and messaging, showing off just how prosperous his empire was. The sheer variety is just wow.
Okay, let's start with the standard issue, the archer type. This was the coin you'd see most often. On one side, you've got the king holding a bow, a classic symbol of power, right? And on the other, the goddess Lakshmi sits on a lotus, which is all about wealth. It's a simple, solid message. Your ruler is strong, and he's going to bring you prosperity.
But Kumaragupta didn't just stick to the classics. Oh no, he introduced a brand new, really dynamic style, the horseman type. This showed the emperor not just as some static figure of authority, but as an active, energetic leader, a man of action who is literally on the move.
And then you get coins like this one, the Tiger Slayer. I mean, come on. This is pure artistic propaganda at its finest. It's not just about being a ruler anymore, it's about being a hero. This coin screams that the king is personally brave, a master warrior, a fearless protector of his people.
So, here is the crucial part. All these different designs, they weren't random. Not at all. They were part of a very deliberate campaign. Kumaragupta was using his money to project all these different sides of his personality and his rule. He was building a complete imperial brand, one coin at a time.
And you can see the two sides of his brand right here. On the one hand, you've got the fierce warrior, slaying tigers, lions, even a rhinoceros, which is a super cool detail that probably hints at campaigns in the East. But on the other hand, you have the cultured ruler, playing the lyre, just like his grandfather did, and feeding a peacock, which was the ride of the war god Kartikeya. He was the whole package, a tough-as-nails warrior, but also a refined and deeply religious king.
Okay, we've got to focus on this one type for a minute, the Ashvamedha. This was not just another coin. It was made to celebrate the ancient and incredibly powerful horse sacrifice ceremony. If an emperor could pull this ritual off, it was the ultimate declaration of his undisputed power over every other king. This coin was a statement of supreme, absolute authority, a total mic drop. But hey, the story isn't just in the gold. Kumaragupta also massively ramped up the use of silver coins, and they tell a totally different kind of story, one about clever administration and how the empire managed its huge, diverse territories.
And get this, he used a brilliant two-pronged strategy. For the newly conquered lands out west, he used a symbol the locals already knew and respected, the mythical Garuda bird. Super smart way to ease them into the empire, right? But for his own heartland, the Madhya Desha region, he rolled out a brand new design with a fan-tailed peacock. This wasn't about blending in. It was about forging a bold, new imperial identity right at the very core of his empire.
Now, this incredible artistic explosion didn't just come out of nowhere. To really get how amazing the Guptas' work was, we need to take a quick step back in time and see what was happening before them. So you can see here, centuries before Kumaragupta, empires like the Kaninda were already making their own coins. They were the ones who really laid the groundwork, who were experimenting and developing the techniques that the Guptas would later perfect. There was a long, slow evolution between their work and what we see in the Gupta Golden Age. These earlier Kaninda coins had their own really unique vibe. They often used a stag or a deer, symbols from the natural world around them. They had religious symbols like the trident. And, most importantly, they were the pioneers, the ones experimenting with design and metalworking, building that foundation of skill and tradition that the Gupta artists would later raise to incredible new heights.
So, let's bring it all back to where we started, to you, standing right here looking at these coins. Armed with all this knowledge,
They're not just silent objects anymore, are they? They're historical documents, and now you know how to read them.
You know, the best way to think about these coins is as tiny metal billboards. That's really what they are. Every single detail, the weapon, the animal, the musical instrument, it's all a carefully crafted message about power, culture, and identity. It's imperial propaganda designed to fit in the palm of your hand.
So, as you move on through this display, here's my challenge to you. Try it yourself. Look closely at the next coin. Is the emperor trying to be a warrior, a patron of the arts, a pious ruler? You now have the tools to decode its message. So go on. What story does it tell you?